The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10. Here's Wentz. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Now going right back to Westbrook. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he completes it to Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Again, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could Exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Jones throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta will give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wentz again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, Winfrey?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 7 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 29, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Gus Edwards, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him.
So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't
Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say, road's closed.
On second down, Gordon once more.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Gordon.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Gordon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now Balaj. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll run here with Balaj. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jones. Off play action.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Wentz to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for New Orleans, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks.